Hi, today we're back and we're gonna make ribs. Slow cooking ribs. They're wonderful. And they're simple. That's why I do these, they're simple. So we get one rack of ribs still in the plastic. Quickly open this sucker up, make a mess in the sink. Yes, I could have opened up ahead of time, but they just come in these nice plastic bags. Make sure they're thawed. Pull it out. And then just rinse it off. Cold water. Alright. Onto our cutting board. See how easy this is? Alright, so we need some kind of pan, so we're using this one today. It's got the nice little rack so we can put the ribs on the inside. And we're going to slow cook them at 250 degrees for about 4 to 6 hours. Now, sadly, or the best, I don't have to eat the whole thing at one time, it doesn't fit. So we're just going to cut the ribs in half. Find a nice spot where there's meat. And cut them. There we go. I don't want to force it because I don't want to break anything, including myself. There. Nicely cut in half. Alright. We're going to peel off this fat. If you forget to peel this skin off, it cooks off either way. Sink. Sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't. You can see it doesn't want to come off. Better. Now, the two reasons we're going to slow cook it is A, we're going to cook a lot of the fat off, and B, it falls apart easier. Okay, got enough of that off. Wash your hands real quick. Wash your hands. Yeah, I kind of don't want to cross-contaminate anything, and I don't want all the extra uncooked pork on the outside of my nice Mrs. Dash seasoning. So, keep making too much an issue. Fun. All right. So we're just gonna season it. And what you want. Now I know what you're thinking, you've overlapped them. Aren't you going to, at the end, when they're done cooking, we're going to take them out of here and put them on trays and let the barbecue sauce glaze on top of them. This is just for the initial cooking time. And as you can see, that's it. That's all there is to this. Then put the lid on. Put them in the oven. Again, 250, bake, 4 to 6 hours. We'll come back when we're at 4 to 6 hours, which will probably be instantaneous in TV land. Well, if you saw earlier, I put the ribs in the oven, and I thought, 4 hours, I can wait. Well, I can't, I'm hungry. So, we are gonna make some eggs and mushrooms and onions and all sorts of wonderful things. So we're going to start by cutting us up some, well, okay, let's start with step 1, pan, oil, heat. Extra virgin, whether or not it's actually extra virgin, that's a whole different story. Alright, this in there. Let's see, I got. Okay, good. Now start cooking those. And then find my onion. I'm only using half an onion, so I got a little Tupperware thing and just keep reusing, throwing the other half in here. I'll use the rest tomorrow. You know, cutting onions is very, very simple. Your first goal is to try not to cry. Your second goal is to not cut yourself. Okay, so we've cut half the onion. Take this part off. Okay, cooking. Now, if your onions are very, very ripe, this one's kind of close to it, and you're cutting a lot of them, soak them in cold water. That will pull that chemical crap out that makes you want to cry. So we're just going to dice this onion up real quickly. That in here. Now, I had some red pepper, some green pepper left over from the other day. Let's beat that real quickly. Now, if you don't know the difference between green peppers, yellow peppers, and red peppers, here's the simple way to understand it. The peppers start off green. The longer they cook, the longer they grow, they start turning yellow, and then they turn red. The red peppers are sweeter, and then it just goes down to these aren't as sweet. But whenever I'm cooking, I like to have different colors in here. It just makes things look more than it really is. And so I'm just going to dice up the peppers. And put them in. Gonna take a couple minutes, let it simmer, heat up, cook down. Smells wonderful. A couple people ask me, well, why don't you make an omelet out of all this? I've never successfully made an omelet. And really, I just think it's more presentation than anything, and it's all the same ingredients, and it's going into the stomach all the same, so minimize the headache and the aggravation. Okay. Normally I put the top on, but top's in the fridge being used for something else. Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? No, not done yet. So if you have any suggestions on what I should cook, or you want to see me attempt to cook, feel free to comment and let me know, hey, you should make this. And I will go and figure out how to make this and see how this works. Or I can show you if it's going to be something you're going to regret doing. Oh, that was wonderful, doesn't it? And this is why I start using colors. What's funny is, a couple of years ago I started noticing I started cooking not by what the ingredients were, but what colors they were. I don't really want to keep eating the same thing constantly over and over again, so I just kind of pick and choose based on the color. So I got some white, the onions. I got brown for the mushrooms, green from the peppers, and red from the peppers. And then egg in. Oop. Yeah, just 2 sounds good. You can put 3 in here if you want. I'm still hoping the ribs are going to be ready in 4 hours, so. Now, what happens? Well, yeah, it's over here. Here it is. Up a little bit. This was one time a non-stick pan. It's no longer non-stick. That happens, and even on the higher end pans, it happens. But as a hand-me-down, and I didn't have to pay for the frying pan. That's a good quality frying pan. Other than that, it works wonders. Actually, the bulk of my stuff is hand-me-down of some kind or another. 1, 2. All right. I have a little Mrs. Dash. I use this stuff a lot. It's just convenient. Gives me just about everything. I mean, I have tons of stuff in here, but just sometimes it's just the easiest. All right. And breakfast is done, or lunch, or whatever heck meal this is. So, there, I made myself my own personal breakfast bowl. So, cooking interlude number 1 is completed. While we're waiting for the ribs, I'm still hungry. Can't wait 4 hours. All right, see you back soon. All right, we're back. It's been 3.5 hours. It's starting to smell wonderful. So I guess we should just open it up and look at it. Okay. How does that look? Let's see. Oh, that's a little low on the camera. There we go. Doesn't that look wonderful? That's good. All right, so we need to make sure it's cooked. So we're going to check its temperature. The Magic Mystery temperature device says 170 degrees. Well, while that's doing it, I guess I'll go blow my nose. Well, as you can see, it's just pulling right apart. Yeah, it's pretty much done. When the thermometer sticks in and you shake it about and all the meat just comes loose, yeah, it's pretty much done. Okay. Let's start with part 2. Okay, part 2 is simple. Well, relatively simple anyway. It all depends on you. And there they are. Okay, part 2. The glaze. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so put this off. As you can see, the bones just pull off. Yep. Alright, that's done. We're going to clean this next. Okay, so we've got it. Everything's off. Need to glaze it. We're going to use some Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue. And now it doesn't want to work properly. All right, hold on a second. We'll fix this problem. Good. Never have too much. Pork. Smearing it. Okay. That's good. Now this is going to go in the oven for about 30 minutes. Now if you look in here, you'll see there's a lot of grease and everything. And that's not a good thing to pour down your drain because it will clog up your pipes and F everything up badly. So, what we're going to do, so that's that. I keep these cans of frozen so I can pour the grease in. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, perfect. You can see how it pours in, and then I just freeze it and then throw it in the trash. Okay, so just gonna. Yeah, it's not worth saving. There's nothing to save. It's just nasty grease. Bad shit. Easier just to pull it off. I keep these big cans around just for this reason. And then what I do is I put the lid back on. In this case it broke off sadly. And then I'll put this back in the freezer. It'll freeze over, go right in the trash can. Alright, we've got that started, so what's next? All this can be cleaned up. And in about 30 minutes, dinner should be ready. Are they done yet? Well, let's look. About half an hour has gone by. We like ribs. Those look wonderful. And we're done. Need to cool down a little bit, but I know I'm going to use a fork. You're going to see something. This is why. That is when I know they're cooked. When they're hot. Mm-hmm. know, something important you should know is you can do the same thing with beef ribs. Okay, you take same amount of time. Well, they're give or take. I like cooking all the fat off. Good. Because I like my beef leaner. Same with these. So, if you enjoyed this, you can subscribe to my little cooking channel. And if you want to see me cook something else, recommend it. Say, Roger, you should show us how to cook this. I'd be like, okay, let's figure it out. Go from there. Yeah, these aren't going to last a day. Well, y'all have a great day. Oh yeah, these are really good.